Hey folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use he and pronouns. I forgot in this video and the previous video I was supposed to say, hey Lionheart folks. So hey Lionheart folks, I forgot. I need to make that a new habit to fill my intro and say that because I'm so used to just saying hi folks. And now I need to build a habit of saying, hey Lionheart folks. So I'm gonna try and remember. My hair looks a bit messy. I want a haircut, but we're still in lockdown. I mean, I live in Melbourne, and there's some restrictions that I've eased, but hairdressers being open is not one of them. But that's fine. Another update: I ran my virtual Taekwondo and boxing group as part of my work today. Good turnout, and they loved it. The people who participated in my little online session loved it, and they want more of it. So I'm gonna keep doing that, which is great because I love sharing my love and passion for martial arts with other people. It's just most of my friends don't have an interest in martial arts, so just like finding people, even if it's people in our mental health program that would love to attend and learn martial arts, is just like great. So it went really well, and I haven't actually taught in like a year and 8 months or a year and 9 months since the end of 2019. I have not taught martial arts, but I improvised and it worked well. So, and today I really wanted to talk about the value of being ourselves in this world and embracing the parts of ourselves that society considers most shameful. So, just a little bit of background, I guess, for lack of better words. When I first realized that I'm trans and I accepted the fact that I'm trans and I came out to myself as trans, I was shit scared. And I had a lot of bad, unhelpful, damaging thoughts about myself. And I saw myself as a freak, a monster, an abomination to society. Like, I shouldn't even exist. Like, why am I like this? There's a bug in my hand, so I'm gonna kill it. I saw myself as defective and there's something wrong with me that I need to be fixed, and like just very damaging thoughts about my trans identity. Um, and it was a part of me I was also really scared of. Like, I didn't want to embrace this part of me. It's like, yeah, well, I have to, I'm forced to accept the fact that you're here, but I actually don't really like you. And it's just like, I just have to learn how to live with you, but I don't really like you. That was how I saw my trans identity at the start. And for those of you who have never seen me before and this is your first video, I'm a trans man and I'm also pansexual and panromantic. Back to my thing. Yeah, it wasn't until I started ingraining into my head that I am not the problem, trans people are not the problem. The problem is the world we live in and the how unkind and unfair and how it favors cisgender and heterosexual people. I'm not the problem. The society we live in is the problem. The systems in place in the world is the problem. Um, the hierarchy, where I guess trans people are seen as less than cis people, is the problem. The problem goes beyond me and any other trans human out there, and that. I guess that took a really long time to make the automatic thought process in my head, rather than I'm a freak, I'm disgusting, why do you even exist, Lev? Why are you even trans? I can't believe you're trans. Like, you should be so ashamed of yourself. Like, this is disgusting. The audacity to be trans, just all of that took a very long time to change. And in, I guess, changing this automatic thought process from something damaging to something more affirming and helpful is, I just forgot. I just lost my train of thought. Is that fear died down too? Instead of fearing my identity that I've been running from for many years now, I started embracing it. It's just like, this is not a bad thing at all. Like, I absolutely love being trans. Like, even though there are the world we live in is not so kind or affirming or inclusive of trans people yet, and yes, there is progress being made, but very slow progress. Like, I love my trans identity now. It's just like, it's hard and there's been a lot of hardship, but incredible things have also come from being trans that I would never have known or experienced if I was cisgender. Like, meeting other trans people, like learning how to be vulnerable with my story, actually making a difference to the lives of others just by being trans and like being a trans person. And that's, I'm going to elaborate on that later. And that's the main point of this video. But also, another thing is the satisfaction of overcoming internalized transphobia and like setting on fire in my head. And I also did it literally. I wrote transphobia on a piece of paper and I set it on fire. It's just so satisfying just knowing like I've grown up in a world where I've been told that being anything other than cisgender is not normal, and I've broken down all of this bullshit, got rid of it from my head, and built helpful thoughts and more affirming thoughts as the new pathway in my head. And now I'm championing all this LGBTQ plus change, especially trans change, and fighting to make this world a better place for all. It's just, I would never have done any of this or even have the knowledge of like what gender dysphoria is like, or accessing systems and services, you know, being dead named, being misgendered, having to navigate the legal system, I guess the legalities of having a chosen name that's not legally recognized yet, and not being having the gender I am recognized yet, and just all of these things that I would never have knowledge and lived experience of if I was cisgender. So today I called a person who's interested in my LGBTIQ plus support group, and I had a little chat with them. Our chat ended up being an hour and 40 minutes, but um, we talked about a lot of different things, and they shared a lot of their story and the experiences navigating, I guess, the world as a trans person. And the part that hit me hardest was when they said that they know that I know exactly what they're going through, and I don't have to say a single word. I was just sitting there listening, but they could feel it, that I knew that what I knew exactly what they were talking about because we're both trans, and that they didn't have to explain. They didn't have to explain anything. Like for example, if I was talking to a cis person and they didn't really know what my experiences were like and stuff, and I had to go and explain it, that would just make me more tired. But this person talking to me, they knew exactly that. They knew exactly that I understood. Even though our experiences are not identical, we both knew that it's shit, and we both understood what it felt like being trans and experiencing this. And they cried a few times during our call. I didn't cry because I'm on testosterone, and you know, I used to be a crier. Like, I used to cry a lot before I started testosterone, but after I started going on testosterone, I found it harder to cry, which is like, I don't hold back tears. I just literally find it, I just cannot cry as easily as I used to. And this person was crying, and I could hear it in their voice how grateful that I called them. Like, I called them at like the perfect timing. I didn't plan it, like, and I'm just like, this is telepathy of some sort. I called them during the right time. I called them at the perfect time, and they were so grateful that I called, and just having someone to talk to that understands them and their identity and not be judged. And another thing this person said is that your voice is so calming, and I didn't even realize. They said, don't change your voice, and I said, like, I'm on testosterone, it's gonna get deeper, it's not gonna be like this forever. And they also said, like, I fucking love you, and that line hit me really hard because this person that doesn't open up to everyone, and they feel safe with me, and it's just like, I'm just thinking, I'm just being me. I'm not doing it. I'm just existing, living my truth as a trans man, and I'm just being human. Like I said in the other video too, like, I'm just being human. And that can make a significant difference to someone's day or even life. Like, this person was so grateful that they met me and that I called them. And I fucking love you one, like, not in a sexual way or anything like that. It's just like meeting another human that understands them. And yeah, it's just, it really hit me, and I'm still processing that now. And yeah, it's just incredible how much me being me as a trans man, just living my truth and just being me can make such a big impact. And like me being me, like it might not connect with everyone. Like some people might not like me or just don't vibe with me and stuff. And that's completely okay because we're all human and we all need different things. But just finding the few people who I vibe with, like this person told me a few things that they've never told anyone else in their life, and I just met them today on a phone call, and like I've never talked to this person before, and they told me things they've told no one else in their entire life who've known them for longer, much longer. And that's just powerful in a way. And this person didn't know I was a trans man at the start. Like this person knew that I was LGBTIQ plus, but they didn't know that I was a trans man, and they felt really alone, and that they haven't met anyone else who's female to male transgender, like someone assigned female at birth and different transitioning to live their truth essentially, but someone assigned female at birth and is trans essentially. This person has never met anyone who's FTM, and I told this person at the end, like, this person said, I've never met anyone who's FTM, and I'm like, I'm FTM. I'm FTM trans, and I'm also pan. And this person just, like, was out of their minds, like, oh my god, and, like, started crying again, which I'm just sitting there and, like, I'm being me. I'm just thinking, I'm being me. Like, this is just so great. Just, again, me being me can be such a powerful thing. Like, especially like when the person feels alone, like I said, this person does not know anyone else who is FTM, or someone assigned female at birth but is trans. This person knows people assigned male at birth. um this person knows people who are assigned male at birth and are trans, but not people assigned female at birth and are trans. So it's just like they're just like, and it's just like made such a difference, and I could tell from their voice and the way they spoke and their tears that this is a really heartfelt thing and it's really important to them. And just having this connection, I met another trans guy, life changing. Yes, what I'm trying to say with this video is never underestimate the power of being yourself, honoring yourself, and just being yourself, just completely owning yourself, even though people might not support it, or the world we live in is not so accepting or kind towards people, certain people. Like, yeah, instead of just fearing my trans identity now, I'm just like embracing the entire thing, and I absolutely love it. And I have noticed, you know, if a little bit more context is that this person has been mistreated a lot their whole life, and they've been treated in very horrendous ways by other people who've been in their life. And I'm just like, I was really disgusted at how far some people can go in mistreating other people. um and I really resonated with this person because I've also been mistreated and used and taken advantage of in my life. And this person, when this person was talking to me, it just reminded me of me. It's just like, you remind me of me. It's like, I was thinking, are you like the second me or something? Because literally a lot of the things, not the exact experiences, but just being mistreated and not being heard and all of this, going through all of this shit in life, it really reminded me of. And this person's also very empathetic and sensitive and treats everyone else as a human being, and it just really does remind me of me. And I'll actually try and close this video properly, but like, remember that if some people don't value you, there will be other people who see you as a gift, like gold. And people who treat you like garbage do not deserve you in their lives. um and even though and even though right now you may or may not have people who see who you are and treat you right, there will be a point in time in the future you will meet people who will value you and see you for who you are and absolutely love you for being who you are and just you being you. And I didn't see this coming when I was younger. Like I didn't have many friends. I had really bad anxiety. It's just like the abandoned kid who was bullied, and I never thought, you know, 11, 20, 21 at the age of 24 would be doing all of this and meeting people who absolutely love him for being him and just being human. Like I didn't see that. Like, but I just, yeah, people, there will be people on this earth who will not treat you like shit, who will not treat you like garbage, and they will value you and see you as a gift, a very invaluable gift to the world and their lives. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next video.